Hello everyone, this is FeelGood of FeelGood Gunpla, and today we're doing a review of the SD Gundam Age 3. This is my first SD kit I ever built, so I was very excited to build this kit. And this kit comes in three forms. The form you see here is called the normal form. The other form is Fortress, and the last form is Orbital. This is your pretty, well, it's normal form. It's self-explanatory. Oh, I guess I should, before I get into that, this form has a core fighter function built in. So the head and I believe the chest is the core fighter, and then the other parts get sent in through like a little carrier unit thing. It's been a while, but for people that seen H3, you know what I'm talking about. It comes in. I think it has to be powered by something. It comes in, docks with the core fighter, and gives you the different forms. I think the equipment actually has names before it combines with the core fighter to give the different forms. The normal form, it can fly in the atmosphere, it can fly around, got some nice firepower because of the rifle that it has. I forgot the name of it, but it's supposed to be a scaled down version of what the carrier ship uses, which is a pretty powerful cannon. It one-shots enemy mobile suits. It one-shots them. Just one hit, that mobile suit is gone. Now, there is one part in the anime where it had to have an attachment to enhance its firepower, because I think it went up against this ship that could actually take a hit from this cannon, but that attachment ended up exploding because it was rushed. So performance-wise, you know, the normal is pretty much your average all-around form. Decent firepower, good maneuverability. You can basically use it anywhere. And I dropped my microphone. Sorry. So, you know, it's pretty good form. And I actually made a build time-lapse video. I am going to try to put a card. It should appear above you right about now if you want to go ahead and see the build progress video of that one. And it'll be part one because it's actually two parts. And if I can, you may end up seeing part two, the part two card pop up above. You know, it's usually in the upper part of the video. And so in case y'all want to see me actually build this kit, I actually have a time-lapse video where I did build each of the forms. But this form's pretty good. I like it. It's a good SD form, SD representation of the Gundam Age 3 normal. Now, I will now show you the Fortress form of this kit. Right about now is the orbital form. Not orbital, sorry. Fortress form of the Age 3. Pretty much is your assault type. And what I mean assault is, well, you can just look at it. It's a lot of firepower. It's basically like the rifle it has times 4. And it is very powerful. I mean, it can take out ships, units, mobile armor, units that a mobile suit can't take alone. I literally saw, at least the one in the anime, take out a mobile armor in one hit. Just one cannon, pow, game over. So it's pretty much it. This form here kind of reminds me of the 00 Gundam Season 2's Survey Gundam, except minus the GM bazookas. You know, if you look at it, it looks similar. The only difference is instead of having cannons in the legs, it got cannons on the arms. So I forgot the name, but it's basically like the rifle, but basically like the rifle in the normal form, but just amped up. I mean to say amped up, but it has a normal firing mode where it can hit multiple targets. You know, kind of like it has like four normal old rifles, but also it can fire high-powered, stronger beam from one of these rifles if it needs to. That's what it used to do in the anime of the season 3, you might say, of Gundam Age 3. They got up on the mobile unit and one shot hit it with one cannon. Now also, it can use all these cannons at once to hit multiple targets, or if it just wants to just annihilate everything, it can combine all the firepower from this cannon and just create this huge giant beam of destruction. Again, similar to what Survey Gun can do, except in my opinion, it may be a little more powerful than Survey's combined form. That's just my personal opinion. You know, y'all may agree with that or not. However, this form has an Achilles, I can't even say it, Achilles heel. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It is only made to operate on Earth. To be more specific, it's a ground unit. Meaning it, in order to, I guess, make this form work, it took away its flying function. So it hovers though. It hovers from place to face pretty quick, you know, but it can't fly. From what the specs say about it, this form is basically for swamps and deserts. You know, it can just glide over the water and the sand and won't have to worry about getting stuck or anything like that. Like I say, it's a pretty good form. It can also take it's pretty much it's pretty much a tank with 4 guns. A tank on 2 legs with 4 guns. Cause it had taken beam shots from a mobile suit and it took its forearms and blocked the shots in like a cross configuration to defend itself. So basically, this form is an assault type. Well, you know, I'm stuttering, but I'm having a problem trying to describe. Basically, it's an assault type with a good amount of firepower, made to basically give I think it's the Federation it's called. It maybe still be the Federation, I think it's called. Basically give home field advantage. You know, because they're fighting these aliens. You know, they're fighting aliens, these aliens, I can't describe it because it's been a minute since I saw the actual anime. I've been watching clips trying to know more about form before I did this review. But basically, it's basically a hover tank. This me basically again. Basically, it's a hover tank. It's a 2-leg hover tank with four cannons, basically, that just annihilates multiple units. It can annihilate multiple units, or you know, if it got to take on one tough one, it can combine all this firepower to make a huge, gigantic beam. Again, the only downside to the form is it can't fly. But it can hover pretty fast, so it can move around pretty quick when it hovers. So, no real complaints about that one. But as a kit-wise, it's actually pretty good. You know, really not much posability you could do. And that's because, I'm going to point this out here. The cannon here, if you lift it up, then the V-fin gets in the way. So you can't lift the cannon too much, it'll get in the way of the V-fin. And technically the cannons are supposed to be under it instead on the side here, but it's not 100% accurate, which in this case is okay. It still looks good. So That's, you know, so kit wise, it represents, it's a good representation of the, it's a good SD representation of the Gundam Age 3 Fortress. So again, nice looking form. I think it's cool. Can't really put in too much poses, but this is pretty much the money shot pose anyway for this form, so no complaints here. And next, I will show you probably my favorite form, and that would be the next one right here. And now we have the Gundam Age 3 Orbital, the SD version. And I would say that this is one of my favorite forms. It is, I forgot to turn my turntable on. It's one of my favorite forms. I think I just like the red in it, combined with the blue of his chest and the armband and the rest of it. I don't know. I like my mobile suits red, blue, and white. That's just how the way I like my mobile suits. So since it has a decent amount of color of that, at least enough for me, I guess that may be why it's one of my favorite forms. Plus, it looks cool. So this one, and also, you know, it looks cool and everything. And just like the, I say, high grade orbital, Age 3 orbital, the toes can point down. Now you can have these toes pointed vertically, the foot pointed vertically, so it will basically, you can stand it up on its own. You know, you can stand up on like on the table or something like that. And I will show you a picture of that right about now. To your upper, which side? That's the upper left. I'm gonna put it up, the back picture of it standing on its own power to the upper left. Basically, the foot part. Let me point this out for you here. This part here, this section here, pulls out, and then there's a slot in the leg. And instead of putting it in that upper slot, you'll put it in the lower slot, which is basically, it's like right here. The upper slot for the flying form will be here, and the lower slot will be like right here. You'll see it when you pop it out, and you pop it in that slot, and it'll give you the ground standing position. Now, me personally, I like this position here. And if you're wondering about the stand, no, the stand did not come with this kit, unfortunately. I am using the stand that came with the Build Strike Galaxy Cosmos. And it seems to be working out just fine to give it the look of it hovering in midair. Like I said, this is my favorite form because of the look and the color scheme, and you know, it just looks cool. And since it is the SD representation of the orbital of the H3 orbital, basically this is a space mode form for the most part. The rifle, it's a long rifle, I think it is. It's basically, it's a long range rifle version of the normal version rifle, I believe. The beam that shoots out of it comes out in like this weird arc beam looking thing. It's kind of weird, but it does the job, so I ain't complaining. But basically, it's a space form, and it's a speed form. It's the faster of the three forms, with good reason, of course. You know, you see, basically, you got thrusters here, here, here. You also got thruster in the legs. It basically got more thrusters than the other three. So therefore, it's the fastest of the three, and it's mainly for space. However, it can fly in the atmosphere of Earth. You know, just fly around like like normal. You can fly around in atmosphere, but mainly it's made for space. But yeah. So basically, this, like I said, probably said this already at least twice, but it's it's the speed slash space form of the H3. And of course, later on, they will end up making the H3 FX, which is basically the form that is more powerful than the other three. But I do like this form. It's one of my favorites. Just looks better than the other two. I did have fun building all three forms: normal, fortress, and orbital. Like I said, this is my first SD. The head looks a little weird on it, but cool at the same time. I have other SDs that I've purchased. The build strike for a package, the Destiny one, and I also recently just got in not too long ago, maybe about 2 weeks ago, is the RX Zero Maru, which is, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Also, I got the new SD line, which is the cross silhouette line of the RX 78-2, which is actually going to be the next kit that I build after this one. And also I bought the frame to that, so the cross silhouette frame to that to get you more articulation and everything like that. But I guess to wrap this up, Summary Rise, it's a good kit. Is it 100% accurate? No, more like 80, 85 at the most. There is, if you want to make any of these forms 100% accurate, you will need a Gundam marker, or for the best result, just paint it. But to me, it gets mostly anime accurate, and it is an SD version of it. So being SD itself makes it not anime accurate, but still overall, I like it. I like the SDs. I have bought several more SDs because of this SD. And for the price, I bought this actually from Gundam Planet. I bought the H3 from Gundam Planet, about around $12. I will be posting a link to this kit on Gundam Planet in the description below. The reason I did that, bought it from Gundam Planet because USA Gundam Store didn't have it. But Gundam Planet is also a good place you can get kits. So between the two, you can't go wrong. And I guess just to kind of get close to wrapping this up, is, because I probably said this like 3 or 4 times already, but kit wise, it's a good kit, fun build, multiple forms. The orbital form is probably the sticker heaviest of the forms. The white parts in the shoulders, it's stickers. It's not come like that. You have to put the stickers on there carefully at that. But other than it being stickers, like the stickers here, here, and here, and also on the back shoulder, if you willing to take up the time to put the stickers on there, it doesn't look bad. I did make the mistake of putting my stickers here on backwards. You may have caught that. But other than that, it still doesn't look bad. Like I say, best results, paint. And, hand paint or airbrush it. Gundam marker, But to me, the stickers are decent. They're not the best, but they're decent. Probably the only gripe I have with this kit is the sticker that does the white part on the center chest here. I will show you as it turns around. Right here. Now, for the sides, it's good. It's just right here. The sticker part here will come loose. And I'm going to show you a picture of that to the upper right. But it comes loose. That's the only, to me, the problem with the kit is that sticker part that's supposed to conform around the front of the chest. It comes loose. Makes the kit look a little, But overall, still though, other than that, this kit is pretty good. For the money, you basically get like 3 in 1. I say go buy it. If you do not have it, go buy it. If you want to make this kit look the best that it can possibly be, I would recommend basically paint, airbrushing it, painting it to make it look the best. But just out of the box, out of the box, just put it together and using stickers, you can't go wrong except for the front part. But you might can put some glue on that or something and fix that. So basically, this is a kit to get. This is a good SD kit to get. You get multiple forms. If normal form is your favorite, you can throw it in that form. If Fortress is your favorite, you can throw it in that form. Orbital is your favorite, you can throw it in that form. Or if you have it on the shelf and you look at one day and say, hey, I want to throw this thing. If you have it normal, I want to throw it in orbital. You can do that. Hey, I get bored of orbital. I want to throw it in normal. You can put it in normal form. So it's a flexible kit that, again, is a must buy. So at the end of the day, this is a must buy. If you haven't got it, go get it. You can buy it from, they do sell at USA Gun Store, but I believe as of right now, they are out of stock. So it'd be best, unless it goes out of stock at Gundam Planet, just go to Gundam Planet. I will have a link in the description below. I'm not going to put the link in it for the USA Gundam Store one because it's out. I believe it's out of stock right now, so I don't want to do that. But I will be putting the link for the Gundam Planet, where you can buy it on Gundam Planet. Hopefully it's not out of stock there. So this is it for the review of the SD Gundam Age 3. I appreciate everyone taking the time out their day to watch my videos, my reviews. I really appreciate that. I wish everyone a good day. Later.